Hello, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here doing our October 2016 reading for our Capricorns today. So we are going to be doing something a little bit different today. I've got a brand new deck of cards that I'm using, and I'm having so much fun with it. So I'm using my normal Angel Tarot deck because I absolutely love that, and you'll get your theme of the month through that as well. And then we've got Archangel Michael that's coming through, so we'll see how long I keep this jacket on, right? It feels good to have the lights and my little jacket or blazer on as I'm doing the filming now. It's getting a little bit cooler in Minnesota in the fall here. So we have Michael that will likely be bringing in some heat for us, and then we're using the Power Animal Oracle deck, and this is a deck by Stephen Farmer, and I'm absolutely in love with it. Like it's just very fun for me to be using a new deck, and this is what I was called to do for the readings this month. So super excited about that. So let us go ahead and get started. So your theme for the month, we have Page of Fire. And the fire cards are all about passion and action. And I think it's pretty interesting when I look back on August and September, you've got, it was fire cards for then as well. So it was the Four of Fire and then the Nine of Fire. And now we have the Page of Fire. So it's like you're progressing along the fire path, as it were. And again, fire cards are all about passion and action. I also feel like related to feng shui, it's related to fame and reputation and how you're showing up in the world as well. Okay, so our Page of Fire is a duality card. So on the one hand, it's about a person, on the other hand, about a circumstance or experience. So the theme and the person that's sort of going to be I don't want to say in your face this month, but for some of you it may feel like that. They're going to be in your face a little bit. For others of you, you're going to welcome this Page of Fire into your life and have them helping you in this particular month. But this Page of Fire, so when you think of fire people, they are outgoing, right? They're creative. They come up with new ideas. This person also is a little bit of a Dickens, so they might be somebody that does practical jokes, or you know, if you have a kiddo that's a Page of Fire, you know, they might do silly tricks or play funny things or hide or that type of thing, right? So that can come through as well around this person. But I feel like this person is in some way, shape, or form going to affect or maybe even help bring in a really exciting opportunity for you in the month of October. So this is a new endeavor for you. It's something new that you haven't done before, and it's exciting to you. So it lights you up when you think of that fire. You know, it's a fire thing for you. It lights you up and you're excited about it, okay? And this could be, you know, just it could be a new, like a new hobby. It could be a new, you know, sports activity. It could be a new game you discover. What popped in at first for me, for you guys, was a new aspect to the work that you're doing. So I think for many of you, it's related to your career, and if you're self-employed, it could be something new that you'll be bringing to your people, to your tribe. If you are working for someone else, it might be a new project that you get to work on, something like that, okay? And part of what they want you to know around this is that it's really important to use your creativity, okay? So sometimes we feel like, oh, you know, we're brought this thing and we're supposed to do it like everybody else. Oh, heck no, you're not. You're not supposed to do it like everyone else. You are supposed to do it in your way, and you're supposed to bring your ingenuity, your creativity, and your own brand of magic right into the mix, because that's why you're involved in it, because you're supposed to be bringing forth your, you know, something from you, your creativity, okay? So please don't try to conform too much around this project. It's just important that you be creative and look at it from a different perspective than other people are, and that will actually help bring more success to this endeavor. Okay, so that's what we have for the general theme of the month of October for y'all. Let's see what else we've got going for you. All right, so again, we're doing sort of a past, present, future line here, and we've got King of Air in the past position, which is basically the basis of the situation, things that have already been happening for you, someone that you already know, because again, King of Air is a duality card. So on the one hand about a person, on the other hand about a circumstance or an experience. And when you think of King of Airs, they are people that are, of course, very smart, right? They're thinkers, they're logical, that type of thing. They also can be sort of mediators. You know, they have that diplomacy piece of things to them where people will often come to them with an issue and they're able to kind of see both sides of it, if that makes sense, okay? And then this person also is someone professional. So again, I feel like this may be related to somehow through your career. So it seems to be that's going to be more of a focus for you in the month of October, is related to your career or your life purpose around that, okay? And then the piece, the other side of the coin for this King of Air card is about you speaking your mind and doing that confidently, okay? So stepping up. So I do feel, you know, I feel that clogginess in your throat. I actually was feeling that before I even got on camera here. I was like, what's up with that? Well, it's that throat chakra. When you're not speaking up for yourself, when you're not speaking your truth, I actually will feel that for you, which I'm like, okay, angels, I got it. Like, you can clear that now. I don't need to keep feeling that, right? I relayed the message. It's all good. So I feel like this King of Air may be somebody that you connect with to get some professional advice. So this might be, you know, a counselor. It could be a coach, a life coach, a business coach. It could be just someone that would be more of like a mentor for you, that type of thing. But I feel like it's someone that can help you, you know, sort of boost your confidence and find the right words to use when you share your truth, when you're speaking your mind, type of thing, okay? And then this is also about balancing mental and emotional considerations. So the air cards are about the head, so the mental stuff going on, but you need to also balance that with how you're feeling, okay? So your mind might tell you one thing and your body is telling you something different as far as making a decision. So when you're in your head, you can think, oh, you know, this, that, and the other thing, or you talk yourself out of something that your body is urging you to do, or you get the nudge to do, that type of thing. Or you have a thought in your head, oh, it should be done this way, everyone says we should do it this way, but your body's like, just doesn't feel right, just doesn't feel right. Pay attention and balance those two, okay? So balancing those emotions this month. All right, wow, now you got King of Water. Another duality card. So lots of people, I feel like helpful people are going to be really important to you this month. And again, water cards are all about the depth of emotion, okay? And so this is bringing forth, you've got the balance between the air, the mental stuff, and the emotional side of things, okay? And the King of Water, if you think of water people, they are more internal, like they are... they're romantic, right? King of Water certainly would be somebody that is romantic. Also, you know, they have that passion about things, and they may have a strong connection to the arts. That's another thing that can be around this King of Water, is a connection to the arts. They too are respected. So like the King of Air, you know, kings in general are ones that are respected in the community. And king doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a man in either of these cases. It could be a woman. So if someone popped in for you when I was describing that and they're a woman, that's who it is, okay? You're part of this reading as well, okay? And what this is really about for you guys is about opening. In order to receive the things that are coming forth for you, you do need to open up. You need to trust, okay? And you've got to be in that space where you're opening your heart to what wants to come in, whether that's a person, as in the romantic relationship, or it's in the case of, you know, abundance or something else that you've really, really been wanting. You've got to soften your heart and really open that up. And this King of Water helps with that because they're very trustworthy. You can trust this person, okay? And they'll give you good advice as well. And the other piece of this is the other thing that you can do to soften your heart is to do some charity work, okay? So that helps soften your heart and make you realize that the little things that you're worried about, like, they aren't a big deal, right? In the grand scheme of things, you have a roof over your head, probably have a car to drive, you have, heat and food and basic things like that. So doing some charity work will also help soften your heart in the month of October. And what a great time to do it, as well as the weather gets colder here in the Western world. Okay, and then we have Archangel Michael. I knew he was here, because we had the cards coming in, but also I was feeling cozier, it's kind of a nice feeling when there's a little bit of a chill to the air. So we have the Wheel, Archangel Michael, and this is really, I always like to say this is like the moving forward card. So you've been feeling a little bit stuck, perhaps a little stuck in your head, a little bit emotional, that type of thing. And this card is really, I describe it as you're pulling the cog out of the wheel and things are suddenly going to move forward. So it's like suddenly in October now things are going to start to move forward at a very fast pace. Okay, and so that's where it's important to speak your mind, stand up for yourself, and all of that. And it's really, this 10 card, the Wheel, is really a fortunate card. It's about good luck around things. And when I see that you've got this exciting new endeavor, I feel like there's really good luck around that. Really good energy, if you will, around that. Okay? So that's what we've got going for that. Let's see what else Michael has to say to us for our good old Capricorns for the month of October. Okay, so we have we have admitting the truth to yourself and acting accordingly. Okay, so sometimes we get in a space. So here's the thing. I just posted a meme on my Facebook page. If you're not following my Facebook page, do that. I should maybe put a link down there in that, but follow me on Facebook. It's Finding Your Fiji, easy to find. There's only one. And I posted a meme there today. I've been reading A Course in Miracles, and some information has been coming through around fears and that type of thing, and discomfort in the body, and what that is all about. And what I want to say is that whenever you're feeling, and this meme essentially said the same thing, whenever you're feeling discomfort, whether that's emotionally uncomfortable or physically uncomfortable in your body, that is a sign that you're not in alignment with who you truly are or with your highest purpose and path. Okay, so that's a message for you. So what this card is really about is admitting that you've gotten off the path, and that maybe you are not living, you are not living the life you came here to live, right? And also it might just mean that just energetically you're out of balance, right? And that means you're just not in alignment. So admitting the truth around that, and then what? Okay, then what are you going to do about it? Okay, so quit wallowing in what the circumstances, whether it's a physical or emotional or mental thing that's going on for you. Quit wallowing that and figure out how can you get back in alignment. What can you do to get back in alignment, okay? Lots of things you can do to raise your energy or vibration. And I always like to tell people, when you're feeling good is a great time to make a list of those things that make you feel great, whether it's dancing or singing or cooking or walking or gardening or whatever the millions of things there are that you can do to raise your energy or your vibration, okay? So that's where you're at this month. You really need to, to kind of pull your head out of the sand, Cappies, and get back into balance. Get back into balance. All right. And then Archangel Michael wants you to pay attention to your dreams. So what's happening, I don't know about you guys, but I've been having very, very vivid dreams, and we're coming up on a new moon on Friday, the 30th, a new moon in Libra. And so I've been having just crazy vivid dreams, really interesting. So Archangel Michael is encouraging you to pay attention to your dreams because again, there's messages in that for you, okay? Lots of times you're working things out in your sleep and what you remember of the dream or the feeling that you remember, there's something more to be worked out in the waking, in your waking hours as well, okay? So just pay attention to that and get the messages that are coming through around that. Okay. And then for those of you that are in my deep dive membership, I actually have a dream, it's kind of a technique to decipher your dreams, and it gets you out of your head and helps you pull out the messages from it. So I will post, actually I'll write myself a little note right now about that. To post that dream, what do I call it? That's not what I want to do. Okay, it's the dream interpretation. Because if I don't write it down now, here's the thing about these readings. People are always like, oh yeah, you did this reading and this happened. Well, I do so many readings, like I don't remember. So I have to write things down as I go along when I'm doing this particular thing, if I've promised to send you something, because otherwise I'm not going to remember. It just, when I'm done with the reading, it's gone, right? Okay, so, and then go forward fearlessly. So this is really about gathering up that courage, Cappies, and I think that's why Archangel Michael is coming through so strongly for you in this reading. He's all about courage, and it is about gathering up that courage and moving forward, okay? Taking action. So again, admitting what's going on, taking some action to shift things, all right? And then I'm so excited for the power animals. I love, 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 love this deck. And new decks are always just fun anyway, just because, I don't know, they feel good, right? Once I get my energy on them. And that's one thing. If you are ordering decks online, you want to make sure that you follow the instructions. Usually in the little booklet, there's instructions on how to clear them and how to get your energy into the cards so that they will read appropriately for you. And so that is something that's really important. And I think the color of these cards too is just a juicy color. I really like it. And maybe partly because it's fall and that's kind of a, more of a fall color type of thing. Okay. Ooh, so we've got owl. The owl is coming through, and this is about signs. And so it's for you about paying attention to the signs that you're getting, okay? And this can be, numbers that you see on a license plate. This can be, just you hear about something more than once. Of course, then pay attention, right? That's for you. And I always like to think of owl as looking at things from a broader perspective too. So if you think about owls, like they sit up on a perch and they're able to see a very long distance down to their prey, right? And so I feel like owl has that wisdom of being able to see and pay attention to everything around them. They can kind of turn their heads all the way around, right? So that is one thing that I always think of with the owl, is kind of taking a broader perspective. So stepping back and looking at things from a broader perspective is something else that I feel like owl is about. Okay. And then we have coyote, wise fool. So is this fascinating? And I feel like this really relates to that, card that Michael came through, as about admitting the truth to yourself. So this, the card specifically says, accept your follies and find the teaching in them. So, yeah, we make mistakes. We're human. We all do. We all make mistakes, okay? There's not a one of us that doesn't make mistakes in some way, shape, or form. We do. So then, admit that truth to yourself. Admit you've made a mistake. Admit that, maybe you didn't make the best decision. And then what's the lesson for you? Because everything that happens for you. So there's a lesson in that for you. There's a gift. There's some teaching. There's some good thing that comes out of that. So find that, is what coyote is telling you around that. Okay. And then the snake card is coming through, and this is about healing and wanting to let you know. So it's interesting because when I think about snakes, I think about how, their skin peels off, and they're, so they sort of heal themselves. They become brand new. And they shed that. And really, this card is letting you know that you are a healer. Okay, so you have that healing capability. If you're watching this reading, you have the healing capability, and you're meant to be bringing that forth into the world. And again, it can be as something that you do as a job or as part of your job, or it can also be just something that you do on the side to help others. Okay, so either way, but this is just letting you know that you are a healer. The other thing that's coming through, and this is so random, but I feel like you guys are going to get a new pet. You know, a new dog, or it's feeling like dog energy, but it might just be because I have more of an affinity towards dogs. So it could be a new dog or a cat or some sort of new pet. I just feel like is coming through to you this month in October. So interesting that that would pop in. But that's what we have for you for the month of October. If you're interested in getting my deep dive reading, click on the link below, and you know, joining the membership is the best deal because it's only $4.44 a month, or $44 for the year. Or you can get a single reading if you want to just try it out and check it out for $5.55. And those numbers are all very significant. We're very guided by my angels to bring forth those that pricing and at such a reasonable price so that it would be accessible to more people, right? So that's what I have for you. Want to make sure that you relax, have fun, and enjoy your month of October. Much love to you.